Delegates heard that good governance and policy predictability, as well as dealing with corruption, will lead to greater investment in Africa. South Africa's Finance Minister Tito Mboweni told delegates that, among others, Africa can set a predictable macroeconomic environment and attain investment-grade ratings.
And some of the issues are basic that we need to do, setting up, for example, predictable macroeconomic policy frameworks, obtaining a sovereign rating in order to facilitate investment flows, signing double taxation agreements with a number of countries so that corporations can benefit from those arrangements.
MTN, operating in 21 countries across Africa and the Middle East, says policy certainty is critical to long-term investments on the continent. The mobile technology giant says despite the regulatory challenges it has had in markets like Nigeria, it is still optimistic about investing on the continent.
I've had some challenges, as you noticed, and we feel pretty confident that these matters in the due course of time will be resolved. Our conviction in terms of the continent remain undiminished. We still remain super excited about the potential of the continent and the potential of Nigeria. Nigeria is a large economy, a country that has very low internet adoption. When we look at our customer base of over 50 million subscribers in Nigeria, less than a third of them are on the internet. The majority of them are still using basically voice. So that opportunity in the market is still super attractive for us. So we remain undiminished in our excitement about the continent, and even where we have difficulties from time to time.
Small businesses are touted as the answer to many of the socio-economic challenges the continent faces. There is a call for support to small and medium businesses in terms of policy, finance and mentorship.
A lot of talk about emerging entrepreneurs, and you would find no government which would opposing that and which would not put that as a very important theme of its government policy. In reality, there's a huge gap between that speech and the level of things that are really being done on the ground. And look, for instance, at the number of countries which have established priorities, real priorities, or small businesses acts, the way the US have done it, or consistent regulatory and financial schemes for their SMEs in their country. And the real issue behind that is that in most cases, entrepreneurs and SME CEOs do not really account in the political economy of the country.
There's a call for human capital development to create the right skills for people to be able to participate in the companies investing in Africa. Speakers say there's also a need for investment in research and innovation institutions, as well as strengthening the capability of governments to be able to follow through and implement policy. SABC News, Johannesburg.